Hello everybody and God bless. So this morning at 6:16, it would have happened a little bit before 6:16 because I recorded it after it happened, and I was completely awake. Like I completely was up. My eyes were completely open. I wasn't even tired anymore at this point. And I'm looking, and my room was like really dark because when my blinds are closed, there's like no light in here. So my room was dark, okay? And I opened up my eyes, and the sun does come up at around like 6, 7. So it was a little bit of light coming from outside, just a little bit. It was enough to like see my daughter's crib, but it was still pretty dark. And all of a sudden, I'm looking towards my daughter's crib, and I hear this boom. It was so loud, and it started shaking like I literally thought a bomb had went off, and it was shaking, and my whole bed was shaking, everything was shaking. And then all of a sudden an earthquake had happened, and that's what I'm feeling too. So my whole entire room is shaking. Mind you, I'm wide awake when this is happening, and my whole entire room is shaking. And as I'm looking, like shaking but looking, because I can't move for some reason, probably because I was like terrified. I mean, anybody would be terrified in that moment. And all of a sudden, what I'm looking at just like, it was so cool. And right after it did that, it just snapped right back. And I knew there was somebody else in my room. I don't know if it was my mom or my sister, but like, it's like spiritually, their spirit was there. Maybe it was neither one of them. Maybe it was somebody else's spirit. I don't know. But somebody else was in my room. And they were also just, my daughter in her crib was also doing that. And everybody was just, I mean, not everybody, but everything in my room was just turned, and a snap of a finger, it turned right back. And literally, like, after it happened, I think maybe like 30 minutes after, for 30 minutes until after, I was still shaking. It was like, I felt like I had just came out of an earthquake and a bomb, and everything in front of me just like twisted. I thought there was something wrong with my eyes. Like I was like, what is going on? And it was so cool. And I'm literally like just like shaking towards my phone, just like recording, like this just happened. Yeah. and then I hurried up and I sent the text to my mom too, because then I did start to get tired, and I was like, did I record that? I don't know. Because after it happened, I did start to get tired, and I feel like it was just God's way of putting me back to sleep, because I didn't really go to sleep on time. But it was really awesome. I sent a text to my mom and let her know, like, hey, I just had a open vision of the shift change, because that's literally like what happened. Like, things shifted. So I'm not sure if that means that something shifted in real life, like right now, like there's something different right now, or that was just God just giving me a snippet of what the shift change is going to be like. Now, I've seen the shift change before. I'll put that link in the description box, but this is my first time actually feeling it like 4D. Like, I've seen it, and I've seen all the wind around me and everything like that, and I woke up like, oh, it's just a dream. But this time, my eyes were open. I was wide awake. It was an open vision that I was in 4D. I felt it. Everything was shaking. I was still shaking when it finished. So it was such a big deal. All right. So God bless you all. Have a nice one.